crew, welcome here. I'm Dr. Kristen Summer. I have a PhD in child development and I spend a hell of a lot of time on social media doing science communication. And by science communication, I mean I kind of translate science for parents about how kids' brains work, how parenting styles do things, what works best, the whole nine yards. So yeah, you've probably seen me on TikTok. I'm Dr. Kristen Summer. Or you see me on Instagram, I'm Dr. Kristen Summer, or you see me on YouTube. You get the picture. I'm Dr. Kristen Summer everywhere, and I'm getting really sick of hearing my own name. So I'm going to stop talking about my handle now. What I'm talking about today is content creation. So if you're a scientist, if you are not a scientist, if you're just a newbie creator and you want to learn something about how to do content creation, I've been doing this for just over a year, which isn't very long in the grand scheme of things, given I've got about 10 years of science under my belt now. But I've learned a lot over the last year of posting every single day. And I spend about an hour a day creating content. And I think the quality's gotten better. So let's talk about a couple of things I do that make content creation easy for me. Okay. So number one, the first thing I do is I don't film inside an app. So, when I started, I filmed exclusively inside the TikTok app, and it's awesome, and it's getting even better. The TikTok editing is getting better. They've got something called Studio now, and that's awesome, but that's not easy for me to do anymore, because if you plan on cross-posting, it means you've got to download the video from the TikTok app, and you've either got to download it with the watermark, which generally doesn't get you great street cred on other social platforms, or you've got to download it on a third-party service and it just gets too complicated. So for a long time I didn't cross-post because it was too much effort and I already don't have enough time to do what I'm doing. So I no longer actually record or edit inside the TikTok app at all. And please don't ask me how to use Reels because I have no idea. I've never edited in Reels whatsoever. I'm sure it's very similar to the TikTok app, but meh, it doesn't work. Another thing that I found really problematic with the TikTok and Instagram apps is that their captions are terrible. I'm Australian, and the automated caption service is generally trained off of who uses it the most, and currently that's people in the US, so American accents, which means that it doesn't really understand my accent. So I stopped using automatic captions in TikTok. Do I think it might have been at a detriment to my videos because does TikTok prefer content with captions? Maybe. But it wasn't working for me. It was taking too long for me to edit them to make them accurate. So I actually do everything in my off-platform editing software. So what I do is I first film my content. Now, I used to just film on my phone, and it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. I have terrible lighting in my house, so it was never going to be fantastic. A lot of creators will do everything on their phones, and content quality doesn't really matter that much on TikTok because you can have really poor quality content or really badly filtered content and it'll still go viral and people will have millions of followers even with poor quality content. But depending on what you're trying to do, better quality content can go further, and better quality content will go further on Instagram and YouTube, because I know that YouTube prioritizes audio quality first and then video quality second. And Instagram, it's more of like a done up place, so it kind of expects a different level of production, but TikTok's very undone, so they don't really mind if you have good quality content or bad quality content. It really comes down to you. So a phone is perfectly fine to record on. You can do that. What I would do though is I would just record in the native camera app. So that way you can record as many times as you like. You can say things over and over again, whatever. However you like to record, at least if it's in the native camera app, you're not risking losing that content. Lots of people like to record videos and then save them to drafts in TikTok, and then every 3 months there's this big draft drama where everyone loses their drafts. So yeah, I film outside of TikTok. It works really well because it also helps me cross-post. Now, all of that ramble to say, let's get into how I actually edit my videos for social media, whether it be science communication content or whatever it is that you're trying to film videos for. So I use CapCut. So once I filmed my videos, now what I do now and most recently is I bought a camera. So I use a Canon EOS M50 Mark II, which is like $1,000 camera. And like I didn't need to do it, but I'm trying to make my science communication content better and better. So that means having higher quality content, just for my own personal goal, I guess. I don't do this as part of my job, but my career is science, so I like to have the two look as good as they can. So I bought a fancy camera. I film on the camera, where is it? I pull my SD card out of my camera and I pop it in this little thing that uploads it straight to my phone. My camera does have like a syncing thing where it'll send the video straight to my phone, but it doesn't work very well, so this is quicker. And that's an Apple adapter for an SD card to Lightning, and it's like $40 and it's great. It makes things so quick. So the next thing I do is I jump into my editing software, which is, I'll pull it up and I'll do a screen recording and put it next to me here. So I'll just move over a bit so that we can see my screen recording here. So the editing software is called CapCut. So with CapCut, you've got a bunch of different options. So let's just go to one of my unedited videos. So in CapCut, one of the things you can do is you can trim your video. So we'll just go split to get the garbage off at the start, because I usually press record, sit down, get myself ready, and then start talking. So I split the top off. I can just cut anywhere in the video and remove pauses and things, because for Reels and TikTok videos and shorts on YouTube, they don't love slow content. They don't love ums, they don't like quiet silence, they just don't like gaps. So you can cut out your ums and your delays, which is natural human speech, but you know, whatever. They don't like it, so we don't do it. You can cut out any waffle where, like, if it's not really talking to the point, you can get rid of it. Scientists are really bad at this, and I'm really bad at this too. I'm getting better, but yeah, I don't do a great job. Oh, my screen recording stopped. Let's just start it again. Yeah, I don't do a great job not waffling all the time, so I just cut it out post. So I'll take like a 10-minute video and then cut it down to a 1-minute video. And I generally tend to stay around the 1 to 1.5 minutes so that I can upload it to Reels and to TikTok. Even though TikTok can accept videos up to 10 minutes, they don't do as well. The shorter the video, the better it does. Back to CapCut. So we've got edit. In here, you can split, you can enhance if you feel like the colors aren't doing the right thing, if your skin isn't having a great day, whatever. You can do whatever you like to make it your own video. The one thing I always do is I go to crop and I go mirror, because I like the way I look when I look at myself in the mirror, not the way I look when it flips it. I don't know. So that's how I edit that. So we've got how to edit the different sections, how to cut things out. You can do funky transitions that way. I often do a click transition, and you can edit yourself halfway through a click, and then jump back in with whatever comes up. I think my newest video is with my dog in my arms after the click. So yeah, you can edit things like that really easily by just trimming them. You can add text. So if you hit the text button, you can add auto captions. So you hit auto captions and it's just going to generate based on either the original sound, a voiceover, or both. And you can, random audio of my pool filter screeching, awesome. So you can, as I just said, you can add voiceovers within the app. I usually use a little lav, I think it's called a lav mic, one that clips here, and I'll just because it plugs into my phone, and I'll just talk into that so the quality's a little bit better. I'm still not great on my quality, but you know, that's where we're at right now. So yeah, it generates auto captions and they're usually great. You can just double click on them and edit them. If they're wrong, you can move them to different places on the screen. You can go to style, and you can change the colors. You can change the background. You can change how transparent or opaque it is. You can change the corners. You can change the height and the width. You can change the actual style of it. You can make it multicolored. You can do whatever you like you can have fun, but most videos on these platforms don't love the fancy stuff. They almost don't want you to look like you've used an outside editing app, because like that's just too much effort. And at least with TikTok, it's all about not putting in effort, which is really ironic and confusing. I don't know. But anyways, like you do you, maybe it'll work for some people, but my content that looks like I put too much effort in generally is the content that doesn't go as far. I don't know why, it's just, that's the way the platform works. TikTok and Instagram are different beasts in that respect, and we'll talk about that later. Okay, so you can do auto captions. You can add text as well, like you can do little pop-out texts, like you can add different words on the screen. You can do whatever you like. It's basically like TikTok, only significantly easier. You can still use like GIFs and stickers and things like that, but you can also do things like overlay. So you can have your background video, and then you can have, I don't know, let's get a random photo. There's so many photos in here. It's my toddler. You can add an overlay into the corner, so it's kind of like your green screen idea in TikTok. So what you lose when you move from recording inside TikTok to recording outside of TikTok is that green screen accessibility function. But you can basically get your green screen accessibility function back in CapCut. So you can either do the green screen where it's like a picture-in-picture thing like I've got here, or you can, let's just split it. Or you can put a background in. Let's add another overlay. I don't know what to put as an overlay. Why don't I have, oh, let's go to photos. We'll do an overlay of my toddler in front of a tire. Interesting. And we will make that bigger. Now what we want to do is we want to put the video of myself in the overlay, and then we want to put the overlay I put in there in the main track. So we're just going to do that. Woo! And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the main video, well, the video of me, not the main track, and we're going to remove the background, and it's going to remove the background for us. And then it'll have a green screen effect where you've got the picture of me, whatever, and then the green screen in the background. This is how I do my like skits, where I've got a background image that very obviously isn't like my house or anything. I don't know. That's what I do here. It's taking a while. I don't know why, but there you can start to see that it's removed the background. It's not perfect. It doesn't need to be. It's not like we're editing in Premiere Pro. We are just editing in CapCut, and nobody cares if it's not perfect. If there's like flickers of different colors in there, no one cares. So it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can endeavor to have better content quality, but the effort and time trade-off is it's not great. So yeah, we've got how to make a green screen on CapCut so you don't have to record in the TikTok app. If you love the TikTok app, just stick with it, whatever. If you're American, it's great for captions. But yeah, I do everything outside of it. And the reason I do everything outside of it, other than the fact that it sucks for captions and for like actually recording properly, is that, what am I trying to say? Is that this makes it really easy for me to cross-post. And that's really important to me. Did I lose my, I did lose my caption. So one thing to know is that you should edit your video and remove your backgrounds and do your overlays and everything like that all before you ever hit the auto caption button. The auto caption should be the very last thing you ever do, because it's really hard and annoying to like fix it afterwards. So, you know, whatever. So yeah, as you can see, that's what it looks like with the green screeny thing. Like, we're cool. CapCut does this annoying thing of having this black screen at the end with like CapCut branding. You can just delete it. Now, when you go to export it, it's still removing the background, which is really annoying, but we'll just confirm. It takes a while to export, and you're not allowed to close your phone. So, you know, it takes like 5 minutes to export sometimes. It's usually like I don't know, less than a minute, but when you have big video files like I do, it takes ages. So anyways, that's exporting. We'll let it go and do its thing. Now once you export it, you're left with a video file which has captions on it, which has everything you need. And now all you've got to do is just upload it to your platforms. So if it's just one platform, you may not need to do this, but if you're cross-posting from TikTok to Instagram to Shorts, to YouTube, sorry, it can help to do it this way. And this is how my workflow means that I can actually upload to all the places. So once it's exported, I usually just upload it to TikTok first, write my little caption, because TikTok is not the most restricted caption. YouTube Shorts is the most restricted caption, but YouTube Shorts gets a weird title because it just doesn't work. And I usually take the TikTok caption that I write, move it over to Instagram and add more information if I want to, or not. Oh my God, I'm gonna have the running his nose and it's killing me, folks, killing me. Anyways, this is probably not going to get edited at all, this video, because I don't have time. This is my lunch break, and it's not a 1 minute video, so you get the liberty of hearing me ramble in full single take, talking without any kind of idea or planning. Sorry, you can just skip through it if you want. I'll probably edit this video in CapCut though and add my on-screen captions, because why not, and upload it all via my phone, because I don't want to have to get out some kind of computer editing software. That's way too hard, because editing on your phone is way easier. And I recently learned how to use Premiere Pro and can now confirm that CapCut is superior. Or just editing on your phone at all. You can also edit on your iPad, and I don't know why I haven't. I probably should, because it's bigger and easier and I can use the pencil, but I don't. So yeah, I don't know where we're going with this. Is our video exported? Woohoo! It is. So we've got it exported and we just want to go into our TikTok app. Loading, loading, loading.
Well, given the evidence.
And then we're going to go into the plus button and we're going to go, ooh, very attractive angle. We're going to upload, and there's our little video right there. Here's what we know from science about how children cope with gender transitioning parents. Oh, this is chaos. Anyways, once we've done that, we can just hit and put our little comment, what's it called? A caption in. Add some hashtags. So on TikTok, you add hashtags to the caption. TikTok used to be really restrictive in the number of characters that you could put in a caption, but I seem to be able to put more in now, so just see how far you can push it. But yeah, I usually do 2, 3, 4 hashtags within the caption as well. This is very different from Instagram. You don't put hashtags in the Instagram caption, you put them in the first comment. I think that's the latest advice, and you're meant to do like, I don't know, like 10 to 15 hashtags, and there's like a whole fancy algorithm apparently for reaching people, but I don't know if that applies to Reels, because Reels and Instagram posts do things differently, because Reels has a significantly bigger reach than an Instagram post, and I say this with certainty as someone with 20,000 followers who's done Instagram posts and has done Reels, and my Reels can go to 20,000 people, whereas my Instagram posts will go to 2,000 people. And then like some of my Reels go to 500,000 people, because there's a button on Instagram that says allow share to Facebook. And when it does that, it just shares my Reel from my Instagram page to Facebook, not to my Facebook page, just to Facebook. And then those people that see it on Facebook are redirected to my account, and they can interact and like and comment whatever they want, which means you're tapping 2 markets at once, or 2 platforms at once. I never have to cross post to Facebook, because my posts upload to my Facebook page, and my Reels automatically get shared to Facebook, because I got that option ticked. Okay, so you've done your caption on TikTok, you've got your little hashtags, you go in and you select your cover, so you choose the way you want to look as like the cover image, whatever. And then you type in the caption for it, so that people, when they're looking at your feed, they can at least find what each video is about without having to click on them and listen. It's a bit weird. Doesn't work like Instagram, where you can have like a perfectly curated aesthetic cover. It just, yeah, this is how you do it. Ooh, discard, sure. And then you've got a bunch of options for everything else in here. And you can choose things like save to device, but that saves it with the watermark, so don't bother doing that. I allow high quality uploads because, I don't know, it's just what works for my content. I'm trying to do the best quality content I can. And that's probably all I'm going to put on here. You can automatically share to all those different platforms, but it shares it with the watermark. And as I said, people are like, oh, I don't want to watch like another platform's content. It's just annoying. All right. What's next? So we've done TikTok. I'm just going to discard that because that is not a real video. And let's go to Instagram. So when you go to Instagram to upload it, you jump into the little plus button on your main feed, you go to Reel, you just pull up, you hit your video. I don't want to hear my voice again. And then you go, next, you write your caption or you copy and paste it from your TikTok caption. You edit the cover. So in this case, it's going to take a second to load, but basically you can edit where the photo sits in your grid feed. You can choose, like you did with TikTok, what image it is. You can't see it right now, but I'm not waiting for it to load. Sorry, I'm very sick. And I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. So, hi. And then, yeah, so you select your little cover image, you select your profile grid. So that's how it looks on your feed. You can also add a cover image if you want to put in that kind of effort, and you can make it on Canva or something, but I don't want to. It's too many extra steps for me at this point. Maybe in the future when I have more time, but right now, this is usually about an hour or two in total. Not an hour or two. It's like 30, 40 minutes up to an hour every day. Once you do the recording, the editing, the uploading, it takes too long for me already. But yeah, you get to do whatever you want to do. It's sharing to Reels. I tick share to feed because I want it to be seen on my feed. Some people don't want their Reels seen on their feed, like you do you. Some people have like super aesthetic feeds on Instagram because Instagram is the place where everything's more done up and fancy. But I'm not fancy or done up. I just like to put out the chaotic toddler content that I create, and everything is accessible everywhere. I don't know. And yeah, you can do a bunch of different things. Ugh. I need to go and blow my nose. Excuse me. Sorry. It's a day. Okay, so where were we up to? And then you have recommend on Facebook. This is something I like to have ticked because it means that it gets pushed to Facebook, rerouted back to your Instagram account, and yeah, it gives you a whole new audience that you otherwise wouldn't reach. And then you hit share. Or you can save it as a draft, but I don't, by the time I'm uploading something, it's already ready to go. I don't like pre-plan or pre-edit or schedule content. Maybe I should, but I don't. So if you're here for organization or social media content, you should look elsewhere. Anyways, so that's TikTok. No, that's Instagram. And then you go to YouTube. And on YouTube, you go the plus button, you go create short, you hit the little square in the corner, you hit your image.
Here's what we know from science about how children cope with gender transitioning parents.
Why is there so much audio? Maybe I should have just turned the audio off on my video. Anyways, I should be moved over so that the little imagey thing is fine. Then, yeah, so YouTube only lets you upload up to 60 seconds, whereas Instagram is letting me upload up to 90 seconds. I don't know if that's been rolled out for everyone or just prolific Reels users like me at the moment. But yeah, I can upload up to 90 seconds on Instagram, so I will make videos up to 90 seconds. I try to keep it under a minute, because one, people don't really want to watch longer than that anyways, and two, then I can upload it to YouTube as well as a short, because yeah, YouTube really doesn't like portrait style videos in their like normal YouTube video thing. It doesn't look great, whereas shorts I usually use the same way as TikTok, so they should be in the portraity whatever. Anyways, I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys. then yeah, you do the same thing with all these videos. You can obviously add sounds and things like that. You can add sounds in CapCut, but you need to actually add them in the individual platforms, because they will get tagged by being given that sound. That's how the video will get pushed out or sorted by or organized by. The algorithm will pick it up differently if you have a sound on there. So if you have a sound on there that is common, make sure that you select it in the actual app. When you're uploading your video, there's an add sound button on all 3 platforms. You can search for it, and then you can actually turn down the added audio if you'd rather use the timing of the audio you've already done in CapCut. So yeah, but make sure you add that. We're up to uploading. Oh, I lost my screen recording. Sorry guys. It's not going to be here anymore. So I'm going to move back to the middle. Anyways, once you're in the stage of like uploading your YouTube short, you select your audience, you say it's not made for kids, unless it is. Please don't spam YouTube Kids with content that isn't made for them. As a parent whose child uses YouTube Kids, be good about it. And you hit upload short, and obviously I'm not uploading it because I didn't actually make a proper video. I probably should have, but I didn't, because I'm not that organized. Anyways, so those are your 3 platforms. And yeah, we might have to leave this video there, because that is a lot of time. How are we at 27 minutes? If you need more information, I'll make another video in a minute. Bye.